Alright, so welcome back. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fabulous day here today. We got some exciting things that I wanted to jump into and kind of go over. I wanted to update you on a few things here regarding some event buffs, because remember, Netmarble was kind of listening to some of the anger with our last event. I never got to talk about this, but today I felt like it was worth it to put in this video here and also talk about an event up and coming. And on top of that, a guide that I want you guys to take a look into if you need some help starting again your journey over here with Westeros. They have been advertising a lot recently, so a lot of new players have picked up the game. A perfect time to drop this video. Let's jump into it. Like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. Let's get into things. First off, as always, thank you all for the support. Again, all 457 of you, I truly appreciate this. Thank you again. Remember, first gift code has been sent out. I just updated again as recording this video. I sent out the new batch again to the new 10 supporters in the last few hours. Thank you for supporting up. Make sure to check your inbox for the first gift code. Thank you again to my top 10 here. I truly appreciate each one of you. Again, it means the world to me, so thank you. Again, for this video, I'm officially submitting for Mission 2, which is the point of this video. Over here, World Content Guide tips, and this stuff over here, I'm submitting it again in the window, and over here, this is the gift code you'll receive once I get the codes and I'm able to send it to you. Might take about a day or two, or maybe 3 after this point, but I'll update you as soon as possible. 50 RP recharge ticket times 1, and the activity support chest times 8, so prepare for that. On top of that, over here, they did officially buff up the Bloody Hunt event. So again, you may have already encountered this in game because again, it happened a few days ago. But remember, they saw from the sort of anger the community had, like, oh, 5, I gotta do 5 Ultra Memories. What bullcrap is this? 5 Ferocious Beasts. That's not enough RP and such. 3 of the Beyond the Wall expeditions. This is asinine, as the community said. They did nerf it all down to 1. You only got to do 1, and they buffed up this amount over here to 200, 200, 300, and 300. A very good change, but again, for those that were like, you know what, garbage event, I'm not even trying it, just remember, the event is actually really good. They've buffed everything over here, making it much quicker to do things and much more of a reward payout per doing that thing. On top of that, they also buffed the amount of copper that can be purchased. You can now purchase 10 copper, which is again compared to the 5. You can now purchase 5 RP recharge tickets, 7 of the rune runners, 2 of the relic finders, and then they buffed this to 9999, basically saying, hey, if you have extra, just keep buying this as you've already cleared out the rest of the shop. A nice change that did go through that a lot of players ended up missing, but it was there. If you haven't encountering the event already, you've enjoyed these buffs. But again, they did listen a bit to player feedback there and said, okay, understandable. How much time consumption versus all of that are we, having there? Definitely not the best idea, right? Over here, they did celebrate the launch with daily shop rewards round 2. They did it again, this time for round 2. Sadly, I didn't get to update you on this, but I just found out about it today, so I was depressed. I was like, damn it, dude, I missed this again. Again, they did make an official post on the outside thing. It didn't pop up as the red dot, so I didn't know it was there. But if you didn't know, they kicked it up again for round 2, so it got extended for an additional 2 weeks here. Daily gift draw is active. All you gotta do is hop over to the web shop to claim it. A very good gift over here, being, again, any of these options per day. Also, on your day 7th of opening these things, you pick up a 10% off coupon for you that spend. 10% off is pretty solid. If, again, you're spending a decent amount, you will see a bit of a payback there, or a bit of a rebate there. And last but not least, over here, we talked about this, but again, our event has kicked up, or will kick up, sorry. 1 day from today, it's Test of Might. Defeat Altar of Memories and earn points. And then after this is June 18th, the final one, which is Clear Beyond the Wall expeditions. And then I believe it resets from there on onwards. And pretty much, again, you can earn these rewards here. So beyond that, let's hop into things over here. So some of the best things to farm, and this is actually one of the best things to farm in endgame. It pretty much is one of the contents described in the thing over there. Pretty much it's enemy hideouts. There's 2 ways to call it. Some people call them fortresses, some people call them enemy hideouts. Depends on whatever you choose to call them. In game, they're called Woods Fortress. Pretty much it's an enemy hideout. Going through this, it will cost you 45 RP, but the thing that this provides is, going through this, okay, there'll be a bunch of loot, bunch of enemies, bunch of things to do in this entire enemy hideout. It is probably the best way to gain just what you need, being what? That being, yes, loot. That being jewelry. That being equipment, that being copper. These things are super easy to come by and super kind of good to find in enemy hideouts. You run through the entire layout of the map. There's going to be a bunch of chests everywhere. You can farm this. I think 1 per day is the limit, I'm pretty sure. You go through this, it gives you a decent amount. Yes, it costs 45 compared to something like this, which costs 7. There's a reason it can be farmed 1 time a day. It gives you so much more, comparatively speaking, XP wise and other things wise, compared to things like this over here. 120 over here, it does 720, sorry. And then on top of that, with the loot and everything associated, it is very good good when it comes to, again, gear, jewelry, polish, copper, and different materials that, again, are run through the layout of these things. You will see there's like speedrun videos on these, and again, when you get to Stormlands and future content there, hideouts are just simply the best thing to do. 45 RP a day, one time, you can clear it within like 5-10 minutes if it takes you longer. People speedrun this to like 2 to 5 minutes, which is like insanity, but there is, again, a big content here, and it might be something that you're sleeping on as of now. Beyond that, bounties. Bounties are very easy. People just like don't go looking for them. There's always a bounty board. So for example, over here, I picked up a bounty for this person over here. My reward over here is 2 of the basic skill points and then copper on top of that, upon with the full completion reward, which is given to you when you complete a set of bounties in each region per se. So let's say I have this one in progress. I back out over here. I can now look for where I have to basically enact the bounty. So for example, over here we can hop down, and this is like the mission that starts here with the bounty. As you can see over here, also by getting here, I unlock all of that extra chest, or 1 extra chest over here. Pretty much you can examine this over here to complete the bounty. It'll play a cutscene and everything. I'll skip through it. I can't be silver, that's for sure. Go over here, I can examine this one too, and then again plays the cutscene. Each one is different. Obviously there's a bunch of different sets of versions of this, and then over here we can check the last part, and they're pretty much, I think, done with this, I think. But I mean, we didn't kill the person, right? Never mind. What am I doing? We didn't kill the person yet. So we got to kill the person. That's our next goal. But over here we can open the chest. Again, copper, silver ore, empty bottle. And then if I were to hop this, I think it just gives me, yeah, throwing daggers and such, and then some more copper. So again, areas like this are constantly found and such. Examine this over here. She is over there. I can no longer condone this. Please stop killing, otherwise your head will be next. Okay. Talk back to the maid. Pretty simple. We'll skip over here. I'm trying to like progress this for the video, but now that that's done, so there we go. We kill the person. Takes it like in seconds, and then you then go to the bailiff and you're done. So for example, over here, I'll call my horse or my mount. Head to the bailiff, the same place again you picked up the bounty, all right? Always remember that. People always like, where's the bailiff? The bailiff is always around where the bounty board is in the map, which is usually like a more populated area, so you'll find it pretty quickly. If you just go to like the town center, it's usually there in each of the towns. So for example, I passed the bailiff over there, and my horse is gonna get stuck for a second. We're good. Get to the bailiff, and then the payout occurs. So for example here, just receive bounty. Over here we pick up the rewards, and again, as we pick up each one of them, you get a completion reward on top of that. So for the most part, it is a pretty simple content. It doesn't take too long at all. There's also on top of that City Mysteries, another one, right? For City Mysteries, for those wondering, I believe it gives XP, and then also it gives you repair kits for your relics, right? It's up to you if you want to go and farm that content. It pretty much is for your completion, right? Your main completion for each of the regions. So you need to do it for a lot of the things over here to get max completion. It's a good content, there's no doubt about that. It's just, it takes a while, and it takes brain cells. It's not like brain cells, it's just nothing is like spelled out to you. It will really take you to like use your brain or to search it up. So each one of them, there might be guides on the Cord or on Reddit that you can take a look into, but some of them will take you time, and some of them are just a little bit more like, bruh, right? Some of them are like, okay, I have to go to this location, find out, triangulate this location, then use this location to pop this location. It's a bit more time consuming, but it is still great, and it's something that you need to do if you need repair kits. Repair kits are, again, so that you can use for your relics, which again help you keep them up and keep them alive, per se. That's kind of something that you need for the durability, right? The durability that's bleeding, that is. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, as you upgrade a relic, it bleeds out and the relic starts dying, and to keep the repair durability of the relic up, you have to pop repair kits. So that's the entire point of that content. That's where you can farm, basically, right? Farm, you know, repair kits. It's through City Mysteries. So bounties, they give you books, which again, you know, if you need them, they're great, right? There is no doubt about that. City Mysteries give you the repair kits, and then again, the other content being your fortresses, that just gives you a raw good amount of loot. That's what that is, right? That entirely gives you that. For the most part, that's kind of how those things work. Beyond that, there are other things as side quests. That's your standard worldly content. That's always good to go through when you're done doing your RP related things. That's what you focus on. That's like your main progression tool. For example, when you get to like Stormlands, you get to other areas, you have to realize you are opening up the region and you're unlocking things like, hey, I need better tier 3 gear. I'm not going to alter for that tier 3 gear. I'm at RP. Where do I get that tier 3 gear? I can unlock that tier 3 gear by through basically each of these missions. In the tier 1 regions, you see that as you unlock tier 3 regions, you will start to see more and more of the better drops for that. They don't really give jewelry from what I've seen, so if you're farming jewelry, these aren't the ones. But remember, you need to gain XP quicker, you need to gain copper quicker, and these things open up areas and show you areas you may not have explored yet that have more of the chests that you need to take care of as well. So that's a kind of thing there as well to take a look into. Also, while you're at it, check out each of the shops. There is also a pelt shop you'll unlock later on. Take a look into that one too. As you progress through content, you can also check that and be able to sort of expand your abilities. You'll see what I mean when you go through those things. But again, there's a lot of areas to explore, a lot of content there. I'm trying to think. There's one more thing that I wanted to mention that I'm just forgetting now. You'll have like random events that show up across the map also, which aren't marked on the map. If you take care of those, you get a bit of XP and a bit of copper. That's also a kind of thing there. Fortresses are 1 per day that recharges. I've already talked about that. I'm trying to think. There was one important thing that I wanted to mention. It's just gonna elude me right now. Also, take a look at these icons across the map. You'll see that when you get to them, they'll help you unlock some cool things there too. But yeah, this is again a current active one is City Mystery, but that's mainly for repair kits. Which it's if you need a repair kit, you need to farm that content. That's kind of how that one works there too. So let me know what you think. Again, bounties are probably one of the better things. Very easy to do, and they'll take a few minutes, right? Bit of heading you to point A, point B, point C, back to point A. That's kind of how those work, but still something. But 45 RP a day, definitely take a look into that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just a quick one to talk about this and go over what to expect and kind of guide in this as well. So events, enjoy that, and the guide over here, enjoy that. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, peace out. That's been it for me.